What's the 9 and the 4? So
yeah.
it can be one off.
But here's the thing. It could be like that, or it could be like that, which means these are ironbound.
Mm-hmm.
Which, you know, it's still a giant freaking gap, but it's something. Which means this has to be the 1. This has to be a 1. It's part of the 3. Okay, so that means we have a 4 and we have a 2 right here, so that's done. It's...
1 and 1 is too nebulous.
This has to be a 1. This has to be a 1. We don't know about that one.
That has to be a 1. Or
No, that could be either.
It could be very low on the
Yeah,
bottom.
it could be some just, like, absolute ludicrous row. Okay, so I'm gonna just slap this down for a second. So, there we go. Because it could be 3-5 or 3-5 as I showed earlier. Which means, no matter what, has to be these. Okay. It gives us some stuff. What? Oh. You're going away. Oh. You want to turn the lamp off then? Did you need the brighter light? Okay. I find the overhead light tends to make my eyes hurt after a while. Oh, we're dueling eyeballs. You keep moving the mouse. I can't solve puzzles in these conditions.
Oh, sorry. I was just getting back onto the couch.
Put your mouse in more secure locations. Let's see. So we know this has to be here. Because the 2 has to be part of this quadrant. Let me see. These are 1s. No. That could be part of the 2, because...
But look, there are 3 1s.
Yeah, but you could still fit
put
1, 1, 1. Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
once again, if you wanted to have, like, a really insane setup, it actually would work. We know this is a 1.
Oh, then that limits where the 6 can be. Yeah, you can't have that up there.
Yeah, that can't be there. And that can't be there, because, no.
No, you could still have a 1.
Yeah, you're right. My bad.
What does that mean for the 6 in that big space? So it's safe to say that the 4 extends off there. See?
Here?
Yeah.
Yes. That has to be a 2. That has to be a 1. So there's the 9.
Which, yeah, we could still go one way or the other for that 4.
This has to be a 1. Which means this has to be a 2. Which means 2... Oops. Actually, we don't know, because it could be 1, 2, 2. Yeah.
Why did you block that one off down there?
These?
That one.
Because there wasn't enough space. This is a singular 1 on its own, so I had to block this. And I had to block this because I can't fit a 2 in there.
Okay. So then that means that 2 is done on the lower corner.
Oh, this one. Yes. Oh. And this is a 1 as well. Because there's no way it can be a 2 and still fit all of the other ones.
Okay, so that's the 2 then.
This?
Because there can only fit... You can only fit... Oh no, you could fit 2 1s on the very far right, potentially. But then there's no 2, or... Yeah, it's a little too close to call yet.
Let's see, with no loss condition, this can't be too hard. It's tricky, because with no loss condition, it means there's also no feedback. So, it's... Sorry, chat's discussing on how this would be hard, easy or hard. This to put this in simple terms, this would be like doing a math test, where every time you bring it before the teacher, they look at it and tell you everything's right, or hand it back to you without saying anything. Which is actually really tricky, because you have to do everything perfectly with like no basis for like oh, did I screw up somewhere? It's easy, but it means that you have to be extremely careful. Which, I don't know, there's fun in that, at least for us. Blah. But it is also part of the reason why I'm going like blah over and over again. Because I am... let's see. Oh, hey.
Well, that has to be 2-2.
Yeah, so there's a 2 somewhere in here. We just don't know where it is. And we know there's a 1 up in here. I'm just trying to limit our options so that we know where to put things. We still don't know if that's the 2, though I highly doubt it would be here.
Oh, for the 7?
Yeah.
Well, think about it.
I'm trying, but this could be the 2 and the 7 could extend upwards. I don't know if these are connected.
No, that's true.
Yeah, no. Wait. No.
Wait for the 2-1-1. Yeah, there's still spaces enough for them.
Yeah.
I wish there was a way to get that first row down on the far left.
Oh, that's done. That's there. Which means that... No. This has to be locked off. No. Dang.
Oh, because you could have 2-2? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it safe to say where the 6 will be able to go to? No, because that one could be a 2. 1.
Yeah, it's a lot of empty space that we're kind of floundering in. I'm trying to find the... Oh, here we go. Not that it... actually...
Well,
no, that doesn't help.
The 4 can be in there, but then it
It could also be right up here.
Yeah.
It's like every time I find what looks to be an opening, the game's just like, ha, ha, ha. Ooh, okay.
Yeah, and there's no way to get that 5 cordoned off, or the 6. Or that 4 after the 9. That's unfortunate.
Yep. Actually.
So you know the 4 and 9 row? And the 6 and 1 row?
Yes.
Is there a way where both of them have to be placed without creating a condition where that 1-1-1 gets put with a 2?
Well, it means these are mutually exclusive. If we can figure out which of these gets placed here, that solves the whole thing. Problem is...
Well, the thing is, those 2 down there can always be filled in, and that would leave those open. Yeah. That's the unfortunate thing about it. Because you can't have it shifted up without going over.
Hold up.
That would be the 2, though, huh? What's going on?
This has to be blocked off. This tile right here. No matter what. Because if there's a 2 below it, it's good. Or if this is the 2, it's still good.
Ah.
That doesn't help too much, but it simplifies a little bit. Oh. No.
Well, because that can still be a 2.
Yeah, because that could be here. And there would be the 3 and the 2 and some other fudge. Okay. We still don't have any good clues on where this 2 would be. There's too much space.
And you can't decide where the 5 is going to be yet.
Oh, I can put that there.
You can?
Yeah, because the 3 has to go
one
either
way or the
direction.
other.
Which means this 2 has to be here, which means this is done. Doesn't give me too much.
Oh, hey, but then it means that you know that you have to X that off over there on the left.
Here?
Down. Down.
This?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Which means to keep with everything, you're
6
gonna have
has
to
to
make
be
that
up here,
2.
4 has to be up here.
Yeah, and you can finish that down there. Down?
This.
Yeah, that row.
Yeah, done. Okay, which means that's the 3. That's the 2.
Mm-hmm.
Which means still nothing on this 2 front. We need a 1 up here.
Yeah, and it could be 2, 1, 1. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that 5 would be a nice one to figure out.
Okay, hold up.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna fill those 2 in real quick. These are immutable.
Oh, okay.
Because if this is the 7, cool. And if it's not the 7, then it keeps going up. We don't know about these 2. I don't even know what the hell that is. Okay. Which actually really makes this easier.
Oh, because you can fill those in.
Yeah. Okay, it makes it somewhat easier. At least now we know this can't be the 4. Which was a bit of an issue. So we've got that there.
Mm-hmm. Because now you have the 411. That means you can complete that row there. All the way at the bottom.
This?
Right.
This one?
Yeah, those can be X'd off.
You're right. Let's see. No, that could still be the 2.
Oh, that means that can be X'd off down there at the very bottom.
This?
Yeah.
Yep, you're right.
But that could still be possible.
Could still be a possible 1. We don't know on that one. Oh, here we go. Which means that's the 2.
That's the 1.
Ha! We called it in the beginning. It's like, hey, that would fit. Oh, no.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. This has to be a 1. This has to be a 2. Which means this is the 7.
That means those get X'd off.
That's the 2.
That's the 2.
Fill the heck out of this. There we go.
There can only be 2 ways to do the 1-1 there. But 2 ways to do that 4.
Let's... Well, here we go. This has to be a 2, so
Oh, that
that's
has to
locked
be a
off.
1-1.
This has to be a 2, that's locked off.
Yeah.
These are
That gets
locked off. Let's see. This has to be a 3, so that means that's there. That's where the 4 is.
Oh, if that's the 2,
which
then
means that's there.
that has to get locked off on the right. See the 2? Yeah, that.
This? Here? Why?
Yeah, 2. 2, 1, 1.
Oh, well, that has to be there.
Yes, precisely.
Yeah, well, I'm saying locked off. Locked off is
And that
X.
means that one's locked off. Down? Down?
Here?
Down?
Yeah.
Which means that has to be the one next to it.
Yes. And that has to be there, so that's done. Since this has to be a 2 and these are done, that's there. This still has to be a 3, so that means that's immutable. That's done. That's the 2. That's the 3.
Woohoo!
Champagne!
Finally.
Abby. Present evidence.
You told us that Hip Flask was Dick's, but he hasn't had a drink for over 40 years.
What? Well, must belong to somebody else. What about that Ryan guy? You can't pin this on me. I didn't do anything. Okay, same dealio.
Mm-hmm.
So, wait. Really? Nope. Can't do anything else. We got him with the token,
We'll have
but
to go somewhere else. I'm surprised we haven't been able to talk with Becky or anyone.
she's still in the bathroom.
You know, I got the feeling Bobby really was looking for something.
Do you think there's evidence hidden here?
Doesn't hurt to take a look around. Oh, you want cookies?
Cookie.
Cookies.
I want cookie. Cookie me.
I wonder what more we'll be really able to find here. Anything up on the podium?
Boom.
No?
Oh, there we go.
Oh. Something was knocked over there. Wait, something at the ground?
Oh no!
It's small, but it has a lot of low numbers.
Incredibly low numbers. Well, if we know the 2 is here.
Oh, hey, there's one spot that you can confirm for the 4.
Oh.
Do you think that one works?
Because
if you had
this
one... That one?
Yeah, both of these, in fact. Because it can either be these 2 here or these 2 here.
Because then the one has enough space to breathe.
Mm-hmm. Which means that's a 2. That's a 2.
Oh, well, that works.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. That would be there. That'd be part of the 3. Actually, that would be the 3 right there.
So then 2, 1.
So
that means the 1 has to be at the end.
That's locked off. 1's there.
Under?
That, yeah.
Third row up from the bottom, all the way at the end. That has to be 1.
Yeah, and that has to be there. And since that's a singleton, that's like that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. That's filled out. And nope, we don't know about that one.
Yeah, because that can be a 3 and that can be a 2 for the.
Yeah, I was just getting my columns wrong.
Oh hey, 1, 2, 1, 2. I suppose you can still have spaces for that row.
Mm-mm. Had to be that.
Okay, well then you know your 3.
And I know my 4. That means
hey,
I know that's there.
There's a 4 there too. Third column from the right.
Here.
Yeah.
And
so the 2 has to
that
be,
means I know that 4 is there.
That has to be in the middle. The 2 up there.
Here. Yep. And we know that's a singleton. Which means we know this 4 in its entirety, which means we know these 2. We know that one. We know that. This has to be the 2 because it's not going to fit anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. These are separate, so this has got to be the 2. And that's got to be a single 1. That's locked off. That's the full 3.
Oh, that has to be
locked
off down too. To the right? Up? Left?
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a 1.
I was just getting distracted because we can finally fill some of these in, not all of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's 2 spots for 2s over there. Oh, but not anymore. So do you put the 2s down there?
Where? Here?
2, yeah.
Okay. This needs a 2, but we don't know where it is. This needs a 3.
Wait,
so that's got to be right there.
Oh, yeah.
And that's got to be a singleton.
That has to be a 1, Carl.
With this?
Down to the right.
This one?
Yes, that has to be one.
Oh, you're right. Okay. I was gonna say, though, for this one, we know these two have to be here.
Okay. Because of the spacing.
Yeah, because of the spacing. Which means
that row in the middle is done.
This one.
Yeah.
And this one. Which means that's there. Yeah. This is here. Block that off. Oops. No. Put that there. No. Uh-oh.
I think you messed up that row right here.
This has got to be that. Let me see. This has to be a 2. That's blocked off.
So that has to be blocked off.
There we go.
Woohoo!
It's a thing! Handkerchief. It's a hankadoodle. It's got snot.
A silk handkerchief? That's weird. And kind of gross.
Perhaps Bobby dropped it when he left.
Oh, silk handkerchief. That's probably something of Dick's. Maybe. He doesn't strike me as the silk handkerchief type.
What do these embroidered letters indicate? Don't sneeze?
D.S. Scout, that must belong to Dick Stanford.
But Dick died in his dressing room. What's his handkerchief doing here?
And why does it smell like whiskey?
He used it to wipe the doorknob.
Some guy, yeah, that's what the killer used. Can we talk?
Do we have to? I'm snowed under with paperwork here. And didn't your mom want her bag back?
I wanted to hear your thoughts on the case. An experienced detective like you? I bet you've already figured who did it.
Spare me the flattery, Mizrahi. You're not getting my permission to investigate. I'm just waiting for the forensics report to show up. Then I'm starting with interviews.
Forensics report? But we already know Dick was strangled.
Right. Any amateur can see that, as you've demonstrated. But we still need to know the details. Time of death, blood tests, that sort of stuff. Rather be collecting evidence instead of waiting for paperwork, but I gotta make sure I follow procedure to the letter, after what happened on the last case.
I can't help but feel kind of responsible.
Good! One of my many reasons why I don't want you getting involved again.
What's with all the paperwork? You never struck me as the academic type.
Captain's orders. Now I gotta do this one strictly by the book. Everyone at the station's been giving me hell since that case at your studio. I arrested the wrong guy, the murderer escaped, and all the crucial evidence was found by an amateur and a talking alarm clock. Oh.
Oh. Sorry. We're not trying to ruin your reputation, detective.
Ruin my reputation? They already think I'm too old for casework. Department's full of know-it-all kids these days. I've been trying to tell them something stinks about the way Frank Pritchell died, but they won't listen.
You seemed surprised when I mentioned my mom.
I did? I guess I was just shocked at the thought that there might be another version of you walking around.
Another me? You couldn't be further from the truth.
That's what everyone says, but we all end up like our parents one way or another.
You mentioned Frank Pritchell. That's the guy who killed Blake, right?
Right. Jumped from the 10th floor before I could get to him. Neat little suicide note. No evidence of forced entry.
But you don't think he killed himself?
I don't know what I think yet. What I do know is I've been working cases since before you were in diapers, and I've learned to trust my gut. It's telling me there's something screwy about the way Frank Pritchell died. Present handkerchief.
I don't want to risk showing that until I'm sure of something.
Well, backstabbed. Talk to baby. Hello, baby. Have Hank. Hey, where'd you get that?
We found it in the main hall. Right where you were standing earlier.
It's not mine.
I know. The monogram says it was Dick's.
That's great. I mean, that's great detective work.
The weird thing is, it smells of whiskey.
Maybe he liked the smell?
Scout, would you join me in the dressing room for a second?
My honor. Yes, let's go. Bye then? Are you ever gonna let me finish this damn report?
You don't need to. We've got all the evidence you need.
You've been investigating? Do you even realize how much danger you're putting yourself in? There's a strangler out there.
I know. And we think it's Bobby Price. He wanted revenge on Dick for sabotaging his TV career. Dick hated him for taking over Backtalk. He used his influence to attack Bobby in the press. Bobby's ratings hit rock bottom. He's on the verge of cancellation. And tonight, Bobby had to sit and watch as this guy who was ruining his career got a Lifetime Achievement Award. That pushed him over the edge. He waited backstage for Dick to go back into his dressing room, and then he strangled him.
It's a false accusation.
I bet she's gonna falsely accuse someone every single time. And
so
then
here's the thing. It's a twist. Bobby did strangle him, but he was already dead. Or he was already dying. Because whatever was in those flowers killed him. Or whatever was in his drink beforehand.
Yeah.
Because he was drunk before Bobby got to him. But the thing is, Bobby is super suspicious and is absolutely, had access to Dick. Including the silk handkerchief that he was looking for.
Yeah.
So chances are what happened is he walks in, thinks Bobby is drunk out of his mind, and just strangles him because, crime of passion, also perfect opportunity. But somebody else already killed Dick Stanford. And you know how he's waiting for the forensic report? We're going to give this to Cross. Cross is going to be like, all right,
he was
plausible.
poisoned.
But then we get the forensic report back, and it's like, actually, he was killed due to, some kind of drug thing. Anywho, yeah, the flowers are just too big of a Chekhov's gun.
Right, especially with the fact that they were the wrong flowers to begin with. In any case, he waited backstage for Dick to go back into his dressing room, and then he strangled him.
It's a nice theory, but the only thing tying Bobby to the room is that hip flask, and he says it belongs to Dick.
And that's where our new evidence comes in. Wait, so we have handkerchief and PDA, medallion and handkerchief, PDA and medallion. The PDA we don't know of. It has to be
medallion
and
and handkerchief.
Because, yep. We found Dick's sobriety medallion. He's been sober for almost 40 years.
Which means Bobby was lying. The hip flask is his. The sobriety medallion. Where the hell did you find that? In here, detective. In here, you said you were looking for a handbag.
Yes, Scout. We did say that.
It's not about who found what, it's about coming to the right conclusions. What a load of crap. Where'd you learn that? Amateur Detective Monthly? You said it earlier this evening. Well, you can't just... I can't believe I'm getting outsmarted by a toaster oven.
Which brings me to the issue of Dick's handkerchief. When we found Bobby backstage, he was clearly looking for something. So we had a look in the main hall, around where Bobby had just been.
And we found a silk handkerchief that wasn't there earlier. That thing stinks of booze.
I think something happened to make Bobby nervous. Really nervous. So nervous he needed a drink to calm his nerves.
You think he killed Dick?
He has the means, the motive, and the opportunity. But he wasn't prepared for how it would affect him. He was shaking so bad he dropped his hip flask.
What about the handkerchief?
He just killed Dick and spilled his drink everywhere. He was desperate to clean up the evidence and get out of there before anyone found him.
So he grabbed the nearest piece of cloth and used it to mop up the spill. And the fingerprints on the doorknob as he left. I'll be damned, it all fits.
Not bad for an amateur, huh?
If it wasn't for this goddamn report, to hell with paperwork. I think it's time I had a chat with Bobby Price. But don't start congratulating yourself just yet, Mizrahi. This isn't over.
Especially after she implicated that one nerd guy.
Yeah, also because we're not S-rank yet, which means this case ain't over. So that's the evidence against you. Anything to say for yourself? I didn't mean to do it. I just wanted to talk to him.
You call that talking? I'm guessing you didn't like his answer.
I didn't get an answer. He came backstage with his award and completely ignored me, walked straight past like I didn't even exist. I put up with a lot of his crap since I took over Backtalk, but that was just too much. I busted down his door and... But I didn't want to kill the guy. I just got carried away. I swear, I barely touched him. Not knowing your own strength is no defense against murder, Mr. Price. I'm taking you in. Don't go anywhere, Mizrahi. We still need to talk about this detective hobby of yours.
Where were you? You missed all the fireworks.
Is Detective Cross still here?
No, you just missed him. He left with Bobby. What's up?
An urgent package arrived for him. I told the police officer I'd give it to Detective Cross personally.
Uh-oh, is it a bomb or something? Why would someone send a
I
package?
have no idea.
And they just let you have it?
I told them I'm Detective Cross's new personal assistant. They seemed impressed.
I think I preferred you when you didn't know how to lie. What was the delivery?
I'm not sure, but it must be important.
Puzzle start.
It's the forensics report. We messed up.
Yeah,
Badly.
it'll say that he was poisoned. And then we'll go, oh no, we implicated someone else incorrectly again.
We screwed up bad.